Hello viewers, my name is Panshek John and I want to start by wishing you a happy new year. Welcome to 2025. Right, today I want to talk about reasons why entrepreneurs fail in business. Maybe you've attempted a business last year and you did not succeed, or maybe you're currently running one and it's on the verge of failing. Um, I assure you that it would most likely be because of one of these reasons that your business would likely fail. I'm not praying for your business to fail, but you're an entrepreneur. And if your business is going well, then you must avoid these mistakes in business. Okay? I want you to follow me, but before we begin, I'd like you to like, share, and feel free to ask questions in the comment section about anything you would want us to expand on. Now, the first reason the businesses fail is because they can't manage their money. Most businesses fail because they fail to manage their money properly. Now, for small and medium entrepreneurs, one of the mistakes or challenges we have is that when we begin to excel in business, we begin to mistake our profits in business for our personal funds, where we begin to up our lifestyle, we begin to spend more, wear more clothes, better clothing, go out to better places, buy better gadgets. And all of these are important and they're good to sustain a good image for a successful person. But the problem is that most people are too quick to do that. You don't give it time. Let's assume I started business 2 months back and I've made 2 times my capital. Instead of putting that money all back into making more profit, and I begin to give out loans to people because I believe that my business is going well, and even if I give out loan, I would still have more saved. Now imagine if that loan is not paid back and I get one challenge or two with the business. I do not have a capital reserve that I can fall back on, or you begin to live excessive life, extravagant spendings because you believe that the business is going well, so it's going to continue like that. It's not true because most times businesses are failed. My first business, I started selling clothing, right? I remember that I personally made that mistake of mistaking my business profits for my personal earnings, and it didn't take long before the business failed. So if you have a business or you'll be planning to start one, I would like you to take this to heart that you have to manage your money properly because it's the heart or soul of your business, your finance. You have to be financially illiterate to be able to sustain and grow your business to the level you wish for. So the second reason is we are not consistent, right? Entrepreneurs who are not consistent with their business would most likely fail. Why? Because it would cause your clients or onlookers to lose interest in you. You can't be in business on Monday to Friday and you go away for a long period of time and come back to start again from where you left. People would be wondering, what's the chances that if I patronize this guy, he would still be around tomorrow? Okay. Now let's assume you have a shop and you open on a Monday, you don't open on Tuesday, you don't open on Wednesday, then you open on Thursday, and you don't have a regular routine for operation. If I come to your shop on Monday and I come on Tuesday, you're not there. I come on Wednesday, you're not there. On Thursday, where you open, I might be at home and want to patronize you, but I would be skeptical. What if I come to your shop and you're not there on that day? One, I would waste my time. Two, I would waste the resources that I would spend on transport. And three, I would be wasting energy. Now, this is one of the things that people consider before patronizing you: time, energy, and resources. So, if you operate 6 to 9, Monday to Friday, every day. Ensure that every day you are open from 6 to 9, Monday to Friday. Don't say more you operate Monday to Friday and you only are in business on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Mondays and Tuesdays you can't be found. It's going to affect your business because first of all, you would not be reliable. You have to be consistent in business. Now you don't want a situation where today, also you don't want a situation where you are known for selling clothes and tomorrow you begin to sell books and the next day you're selling something different. You should have a consistent business that people know you with. If you want to be a writer, be a writer. If you want to be um, a coach, be a coach. Whatever it is you want to do it consistently. Don't switch places from now and here. But it's important. There's room for incorporating two or three things together. It's very important. But be persistent and consistent enough so people would identify you with all of these businesses. So that when I want to buy a shoe, I know that I can get shoes from you. When I want to buy trousers, I know that I can get trousers from you. When I want to buy computers, I should know that you don't sell computers, or maybe you also have a separate business that sells computers. That's fine. It's okay if you have separate businesses. There are groups of companies, right? There are companies that are groups where you can find farms, schools, tech companies under one group of company, under one umbrella company. If that's the kind of business you are operating, then you have to let the public know. For instance, let's say Google. You know that Google has multiple businesses under its umbrella. You can have Gmail, you can have AdSense. There are different companies under Google, and Google has one of the biggest search engines in the world. So almost everything you want, you can find under Google. But Google operates every day. You don't hear that email or Gmail is functioning on Monday, Tuesday, and on Wednesday you cannot send mails to people. You have to wait till Thursday when Gmail is back and operating again. No, it doesn't work like that. Gmail is consistent. So you have to be consistent too in business. Now, one of the mistakes or reasons why entrepreneurs fail is we give up early. Entrepreneurs give up early. Now you might have started a business 1 year back and there's no profit. There's no profit and you've only been losing money, you've only been giving your money, you've even gone out of your way to donate your personal funds into the business. It's common that you will feel discouraged and consider giving up. But there are several instances of businesses that have been on that level for years, for 7, 8, 9 years, but they never gave up. And in the end, today they are some of the biggest companies in the world. I'm not sure if this um, example is accurate enough, but I learned that uh, is it Coca-Cola, or what, that sold only 12? Is it 12 bottles in their first year? Now, I need you to know that this is not an accurate example. I'm not sure about the figures or the years, but I know it has something with Coca-Cola had one of the most trying years in the beginning of their foundation. Now, imagine if the founders of Coca-Cola, after 6 months, and found out that they sold only 6 bottles, they would give up. They would think there's no market for us. Let's just go and start selling football jerseys or fitness kits. But they persevered and continued in business. This is how you should also persevere in business. Do not always opt out and give up at the first inconvenient or quit because of minor challenges or inability to make sales. Now, the fourth is less focus. Less focus. Now, one of the problems with people, especially entrepreneurs, is that we have this pool or flood of ideas sometimes where you now let me use a writer as an example, right? Imagine you're a writer and you get this creative idea for a book project, and this idea looks feels to you that it's one of those books or one of those ideas that you must write down to make your book, your first book or your blockbuster book, and you begin to write it, 6 chapters into the book, and you get another crazy idea that's mighty and it's even better than the one you've started working on, would you abandon the book you're 6 chapters in to begin working on a new idea, on a new story idea? You shouldn't. I'm sure you wouldn't. Why? Because it would show that you lack focus. Instead, you could write it down as your next work, your next book idea. This is what I would write on when I am done writing this book. No, you should work towards completing the book before going into something else, right? Before going into the next book idea, right? This is how business should be. Sometimes entrepreneurs begin to work on one innovative idea, and midway into the journey, they get another creative idea on how to change their business or how to scale their business, and they begin to abandon their first project and move into the next. That would leave you with too many incomplete projects, and that's not a situation you want to be in. That would also mean that you would have to waste a lot of time and a lot of resources. So in business, you have to practice focus. You have to stay focused every day and every time to be able to succeed, else you would fail. Now, the fifth is entrepreneurs often fail because they don't have realistic goals. You have a capital to start a business, and you know that your capital is not going to be a long stretch for what you want to do. Let me give you an instance. Let's say you have a capital of 100,000 naira, and your goal is to have 1 million naira in profit in the next 3 months or 6 months. That's an unrealistic goal. Or for instance, you're starting a business new and you don't have investors who have invested large sums of money like Temu or Gigi or other shopping websites currently have. You don't have the much investment as they do. You're just a sole proprietor, but your goal is to sell 6 million merch within the first 6 months. You want to sell 6 million merch within the first 6 months, and you operate from your store, right? Do you think that's a realistic plan? I believe it's not. I believe when Jeff Bezos started Amazon from his store, from his home store, he did not imagine that the first year he was going to sell 2 billion books. He didn't have his goals. Probably he had a plan to sell 100 or 10,000 or 1 million books. And most that's a high, that's like setting a high standard, but still knowing that it will be difficult to get there. So imagine if Jeff Bezos started Amazon, and his first goal for the first year of starting Amazon, he went to his investors and he told them, in the first year we're going to sell 2 billion books from 2 billion authors. I don't think anybody would invest a single dollar into such an idea because it would immediately sound unrealistic. Now, I don't know in which area of your business you're doing that, but you always have to make your plans and your goals realistic. Okay? Now, the last goal will be, the last reason why entrepreneurs will fail is unrealistic expectations. Now, unrealistic expectations could come from different places. Maybe you have unrealistic expectations from your employees, from your investors, or even from yourself as an entrepreneur. Maybe it's even from yourself. Ensure that you make realistic plans and have realistic expectations. One, because it helps you deal with disappointment, helps you manage disappointment. And secondly, because it helps you work hard and not get exhausted. You need strength as an entrepreneur every day. So when you have unrealistic expectations, you would stretch yourself to a limit or to even breaking down, right? And at the end of the day, you might end up with several sicknesses due to lack of sleep, or even pull your business down. So as an entrepreneur, one of the things we should always remember is to set realistic plans and have realistic expectations. Now, if you follow me to this point, I believe you must have learned a thing or two about what to do right or what to avoid if you don't want your business to fail. Before you, before I go, I would like you to like, share, and feel free to ask any questions or demand that we make a video on any topic that you would like for us to make a video. Have a nice day and Happy New Year once again. My name is Panshek Jan.